up, ladies and gentlemen? Zimmy here, once again with another World of Warcraft guide for 5.2. So, I've been getting a lot of questions recently since 5.2 has hit. A lot of people are worried about the state of Mistweavers, and I'm here to tell you that there's really nothing wrong with Mistweavers. It is just a new style of playing. So I'm here today basically to show you guys the basics of how to misweave in a raid. Now please understand that there are multiple ways, there's multiple videos of people going to tell you different things, and I don't want to say I'm 100% right, but I can guarantee what I'm doing is good. And I can guarantee I'm pulling prime numbers, even to the point where I'm ranking worldwide. So, with that being said, first thing I want to say is fist weaving. Unlearn it. It is pretty much a dead way of playing. There are times where you can get a couple of auto attacks in, etc., but honestly and truthfully, it's just not worth it. There has been one fight so far, and that is Majera, where I have been able to slightly fist weave, and it's not really fist weaving, it's just getting some mana back. So, now you're all like, well, Zimmy, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Like, if I can't fist weave, how am I supposed to play? Well, it's pretty simple. See this spell right here? Soothing Mist. This is now officially our bread and butter. Soothing Mist is something that we are going to be doing a lot. We're going to be sitting out at range. We can sit in melee if we want, but we're going to be sitting out at range, and we're going to be using Soothing Mists quite frequently. Reason being, Soothing Mists, we can cast Surging Mists instantly while we are casting without breaking the channel. The next thing you see is going to be Enveloping Mists. Now, Enveloping Mist is a nice hot, and it's a pretty heavy hot. For a quick, with a short amount of time, like short amount of duration. However, it increases our Soothing Mist healing by 30%. So that is something we want to do quite frequently. Soothing Mists and Surging Mists are going to be our king abilities. Now, obviously, we're going to still be casting Renewing Mists on cooldown, and we are still going to be uplifting to raid heal. However, when we're going to try to be generating a lot of chi really fast, Soothing Mist and Surging Mist is the way to go. And hitting Enveloping Mist on tanks is going to be very nice. Now, something they did change was our Tier 2 talent. Our Tier 2 talents are now free of mana. Well, first off, free of chi, which is what they originally cost. They all cost about 2 chi, 2 to 4 chi, because Zen Sphere was 2 and then 4 to detonate prematurely. And then Chi Burst was 2. They are now no chi costs. They are also no mana costs. Now, these are highly situational abilities. Some people say take Zen Sphere for constant tank damage, blah 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 blah. Honestly, I wouldn't touch Zen Sphere with a 50-foot pole. Chi Burst and Chi Waves are really the two go-to abilities that you're going to really go for. Chi Burst you're going to be using in stack mechanics. Any mechanics that require a lot of stacking for the raid, you're going to want to switch to Chi Burst. Chi Burst is nice for a nice AoE heal. It works like Light of Dawn, for those of you who do not know. It is a pain in the ass to heal, because you got to be paying attention to where your placement is and stuff like that, and there are some healers out there who could care less where their placement is. They're just staring at their grid or their voodoo or whatever it may be. Next is Chi Wave. Chi Wave is very nice. In 10-man, it is extremely strong. 25 Chi Burst is a lot stronger, but in 10-man, Chi Wave is normally the go-to spell. Chi Wave, if you were to target a friendly unit, it is going to hit a total of 4 friendly units, an enemy unit 3 times, or depending on, say if you're putting it on a tank and only the tank is in range, then it's going to hit the tank 4 times and it's going to hit the boss 3 times. A total of 7 bounces is exactly what it is. it's a nice fire and forget ability. I recommend, especially even in 25 mans, if you're kind of nervous about Chi Burst and not wanting to use it because your placement's not always 100%, etc., I would go to Chi Wave. Honestly, it's a nice fire and forget spell. You put that on cooldown. With that being said, our tier 2 talents are strong as long as we keep them on cooldown. That is the objective. Keep those on cooldown. Keep something that reminds you of the ability, and always have it on cooldown as much as you can. Next here, we have our tier 3 talents. Power Strikes, Ascension, and Chi Brew. Now, Power Strikes is pretty much useless. As I said in the beginning of this video, Fist Weaving is out of the door. We used to use Power Strikes back a while ago, before they buffed Ascension, because of the 2 Chi procs, but honestly, it's not worth it after they buffed Ascension, and it's not worth it now, for sure, because you are not going to be jabbing. Now, you have Ascension and Chi Brew. I recommend Ascension for most everybody because it's 15% mana, and increases our maximum Chi by 1. However, if you are very good on mana, like you have no mana problems whatsoever, you can take Chi Brew for the extra burst healing. I do recommend taking it if there is a lot of burst damage going on. Well, I would say burst damage that happens in intervals. The next ability is our tier 4 talents. Now, charging Oxwave is a joke. I mean, Mistweavers don't use it. Well, we have 2 abilities to take from. We have Ring of Peace and Leg Sweep. I use Ring of Peace for most of the fights. Well, any fights I would say with ads, you really want to take Ring of Peace. I took Leg Sweep on Tortoise. It doesn't really matter for these talents because most of the time somebody else can do that job for you, but Ring of Peace is a really nice tank cooldown if they're tanking ads. For instance, Horadon. Horadon, it was extremely useful. I used it on cooldown for our ad tank, and his damage, it helped his damage intake a lot. Next is Leg Sweep. Like I said, I used it on Tortoise. I used it for the bats. It's a nice AoE stun. For instance, the bats, you can roll in, stun them right before everyone else gets stunned, and the tank doesn't get destroyed. Your next one is going to be your tier 5 talents. Honestly, I still promote Dampen Harm and Diffuse Magic. Most of these fights are a lot of heavy AoE healing damage, so sorry about the phone, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologize. So you have Dampen Harm and Diffuse Magic. I picked Diffuse Magic for pretty much all the fights because there's a lot of AoE magic damage going out. So sorry. Anyways, next you have our level 90 talents. Shuin Tiger. We used to take this a lot. Fist Weaving was amazing. It was great for fist weaving, great raid cooldown, etc. Unfortunately, because we are not keeping our 2 stacks of Zerp and Zeal up and our Tiger's power up anymore, really, it's not a spell to take anymore. It's kind of useless. So that leaves us with Rushing Jade Wind and Chi Torpedo. I use Chi Torpedo as a default, where you can quickly, torpedo through the raid, heal them real quick. It's about in my gear. It's about a 30k heal. I'll show you right here. Let me get through this guy real quick. Or it's not gonna heal him. Okay, hold on. There we go. 34k, and it's about a 64k crit. 64 to 68k crit. So I take Chi Torpedo. Now, however, there's a lot of fights where you're going to be using Spinning Crane Kick for Chi generation. For instance, Duramu. Duramu is a prime example of you want to take Rushing Jade Wind because during the maze phase it is an amazing healing cooldown where you can pop it and Spinning Crane Kick your way to victory. I also took this during Blade Lord for the last phase. With that being said, glyphs. I actually have to change this glyph back to Zen Med, but our defaults are going to be Renewing Mist, Zen Med, and Glyph of Manatee. When you are going to be using, say for instance, Duramu, where there's a lot of movement going on for the maze phase, and you're going to be using Spinning Crane Kick to heal the group, you're going to want to take a Glyph of Spinning Crane Kick so you can go at full speed so you don't die, the Death Beam doesn't catch up to you. Take Glyph of Spinning Crane Kick and Rushing Jade Wind and you are good to go. Really, that's about the only thing we want to use. You have Glyph of Surging Mist, but honestly, it's not that great. You want it to be a directed heal for whoever you're healing. It's just not worth just making it a smart heal. Glyph of Uplift is something that I do not recommend unless you are very comfortable at managing your mana. Not to mention, what else are you going to spend your chi on besides Enveloping Mist? And yeah, Enveloping Mist. That's about it for the talents and glyphs. Now, next thing is going to be your stat weights. Stat weights are, you want to get haste popping out. You want to get around 3,200 haste. I believe the correct number is like 3009 or something like that. But basically, you want to make sure you have enough haste to give your Renewing Mist an extra tick. Then, after that, you want to get as much crit as possible. Crit is king still for us. Once we get into higher gear levels, such as, say, the 520 item level or even higher, you will probably be going for more haste to get an extra tick off of Enveloping Mist, and maybe even another tick of Renewing Mist if you can. After that, it's more crit. More crit, more crit, more crit. Next is going to be gymming. Gymming is a little sketchy right now. I recommend, honestly, as you can tell, I have a lot of spirit gems in. Particularly, all my blue sockets have spirit gems in, pure spirit. My yellow sockets, I have crit spirit, and for my red sockets, currently I have changed to int gems. And I'm even now, I will be trying out this weekend, but I think I have enough mana regeneration because I have 10,000 spirit unbuffed. If it is not a good socket bonus, don't bother gymming for the color, just gym straight int. As you can tell, I think that's only two sockets. 60 spirit, really not that big, and 60 crit, once again, really not that big. So I gemmed pure int. This is going to increase your overall healing, Soothing Mist, Surging Mist, etc. And that's about it. So just a quick recap. Here's the priorities for healing as a monk. Keep Renewing Mist on cooldown. Always, always, always. Keep your tier 2 talent on cooldown. Always. Soothing Mist is your bread and butter and your chi generation. If you cannot Soothing Mist properly, you are going to want to Spinning Crane Kick. Now please remember, Spinning Crane Kick does cost a lot of mana, so you need to be careful. While casting Soothing Mist, Surging Mist to gain extra chi for extra burst or for quick heals on whatever target you are healing, and Enveloping Mist on the target you are also healing with Soothing Mist, as it increases your Soothing Mist healing. That is it. Plain and simple, easy, and quite frankly, less, in my opinion, slightly less complicated than fist weaving. Even though I was a really great fist weaver, I find this more traditional healing. I hope you guys had a great time listening to this video, watching this video. If you have any questions, please leave comments below. I will try to put in some websites in the section below that I use, such as for haste breakpoints, etc. And don't forget to check out my live stream at www.twitch.tv/digitaladdiction. I will heal on my monk on the weekends for my 10-man semi-hardcore raid guild, and you can watch me in action. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you also love my stream, don't forget to hit the follow button. Thank you guys, and good night.